uh, so far what we have seen that we have set up the backup. Backup we have configured, and backup is working fine. But do you think is that enough for an enterprise company? That we have a backup, we have configured the backup, and everything is working fine. That's what happens, or we just take the backup manually? Do we do that?
No.
No, right?
Yes.
So what is next step? Whenever we are configuring backup, let's suppose I have configured the backup. What is the next step, which is very important and that every DBA should understand? Or the next step that people should understand that we have to perform. So the next step is automation. Okay. And whenever we talk about automation, I have seen that it's becoming a very, very big nightmare for a DBA. And today, from today onwards, I want to break that nightmare and I want to make it so simple so that you can automate anything. Okay. Uh, am I audible?
Yes, yes, Abhishek.
So when we are talking about the automation, we are not going to talk about the automation in a typical way that we are doing till now. We are not going to do that. We are going to take our knowledge to the next level. Okay. So when I say automation, we are going to understand everything step by step. Okay. So the first thing, whenever we think of automation, what comes into your mind? What is the automation? What is the automation in one words? If I will ask, what is automation?
So without manual intervention, automatically
Hmm.
in the time period, it
Hmm.
will perform the jobs or operations.
Great. So within a time frame or on the scheduled time, on let's suppose I have scheduled something, and that particular scheduled time, my task has to execute it. It can be task A or it can be nested task where it should start the task like this. So when single task is there and it is starting to another task, we call it as a nested task. Okay. So either one or many nested tasks are going to start. Okay. And these tasks supposed to complete and come back and tell you, okay, whatever you have configured or whatever task you have assigned to me, it has completed. So that is nothing but automation. But let's not go into that thing now, but let's understand some basic concept. So automation, okay, whenever we are talking about the automation, the first thing that we have to think about is why, what, and when. Okay. So why is basically it's supposed to be get converted into three major factor. Okay. So always our main three major factors are, what are the three factors? Effort, time, and money. Either we are saving the effort, either we are saving the time, or either we are saving the cost or money. Next step is what we are going to automate. What is my scope? Am I automating backup? Am I automating the configuration change? Am I automating the installation configuration or any kind of thing? Okay. And when mean to say on which specific day, time, duration, or any specific event. Okay. It is not only related to time, it is also indicating the events, on which event I have to automate. Can I automate it with 50% with automation and 50% with manual step, like that? Okay. So all these things has to be very, very clear on your mind. First thing. Okay. Now this is the little bit logical part of your automation. Okay. Now, how we are going to automate, what we have to learn when we are learning about automation. Okay, so in a very, very broad way, if you see, automation has divided into two pieces. Okay, and this concept, whatever I'm teaching you, it's going to be applicable for DBA, DevOps, SRE, DBRE, MLOps, and any operation related thing. Okay, so just think like it is going to applicable for all these scenario or any operation or infra platform, you can apply this logic. The first thing that you should understand, automation works on two major things. Okay, either you are doing the automation using some tools, or you are using some programming language. Okay, so there are two major pillars when we talk about the automation. One is tool, another one is program. Okay, when I talk about tool, it means we are automating the we are automating the any specific task, project, or group of tasks, group of projects using some tools. So if I ask what tools comes into your mind if we are talking about the automation, what is the very way?
Autosys,
Mhm. What is that?
Autosys, Autosys,
Jenkins.
Okay, Autosys. 1 minute. Let me see in the internet. Autosys automation. Autosys workload automation. Okay,
Ansible.
so okay, Autosys, Ansible, Jenkins. Okay, so today I am going to teach you. We are going to talk about some AI ML related stuff also. So I will another put into two categories. I will another under the tool I will put manual tools and AI or ML related tools. Okay, so manual tools, first thing that I'm going to put here it Jenkins, then Autosys, okay, Ansible, okay, Octopus deploy, Bamboo, okay. So they are nothing but automation tool, right? Where you go graphically, you go and you just go click and you just clicking few options, you are configuring something, you are integrating the options, and you are making a automation using tools. Okay, in AI and ML world nowadays, what we do, we are also doing automation but in a different way. So here also we have a tool like n10. Using that we can do automation, we can write our workflows and all, and there are some agents. We'll talk about agents also in detail, not in this session, but AIML, when AIML related things will come, we'll talk about agents also. Okay. So in a very high level, you can think like Jenkins, Autosys, Ansible, Octopus, Bamboo. These are some famous automation tool. I will also write Git action. Okay. So Git action is another tool where we are writing the automation. Okay. So this is the left hand side is only about tools. What about right hand side? What languages do we use to do the automation? What are the famous automation language that everyone is using,
Python.
which we are using?
Python.
Okay,
shell script,
okay,
Python.
uh, okay. I will take shell script. I will also take Python. I will also take Golang. Okay, because in the industry, these are the three major pillars which are used for the majority of the automation work. Okay, majority of our automation work is getting done by these three languages. Okay. Uh, Now one question arises here. Uh, these three programming languages are there. So if I am a beginner, which one should I start with? If you are a beginner, always start with shell script because it will give you a lot of understanding about the programming language. At least it will give you some idea how to write the program. Next favorite is going to be this one, Python. I will explain everything step by step. Don't worry. I will explain why I have said that you should learn Python and why should start with the shell. But so far, just understand few things that under the program, whenever you are writing the automation, under the automation, you have tools and programs. Okay, using that you are writing the automation. Okay, now let's understand one more thing quickly, that sometime it happens you are not only using tool, you are also using programs. And so in that scenario, what you are doing, you are clubbing tool with programming language and you are creating a automation. Okay, automation can be anything, whatever kind of your automation you are doing. Okay, so a person who's writing the automation, it is always good that he also understand these particular programming languages. Okay, so let's suppose you are writing a Jenkins job and you want to automate the backup, which I will show you on the screen. I will configure everything and I'll show you. Jenkins and Ansible is in my topic in my classes, and also I will talk about N10 and agentic AI related stuff. Okay, so we'll talk about that. So here, whenever I say programming language, I know 99% of the persons are getting a worry, right? That I have to write the code. Yes or no, right? Everyone is getting
Yes.
that thought, right, in the mind that I'm a DBA, how I'll write the code.
Kind,
Yes,
Yes.
kind of. Yeah.
but but trust me, from last 3 years, uh, once we like after getting the chat GPT or LLM or AI, this part is becoming very easy. That I'm going to teach you today, how to write beautiful scripts, how to write all these things without putting lot of programming knowledge. Okay, that also we are going to talk about. So don't worry about that. I know it is 99% of the DBAs have this worry that we have to write the code and all. No. So only thing is you should understand the basics. Okay. Another thing, what is the major difference between Python and Shell? What is the major difference that we have in Python and Shell? Why do we differentiate Python and Shell? Any idea?
So in Python, we have
Hmm?
different libraries.
Mm-hmm,
We can use those libraries instead of writing the complete script, but
mm-hmm,
shell is not like that.
mm-hmm,
But if you want to write a very simple,
mm-hmm.
a simple level of programming, maybe we can use shell. But if you want a complicated kind of thing, maybe we can use Python.
Very good. So what he is trying to explain here, what he answered, how many of you know the shell scripting? How many understand shell scripts? Any idea?
Uh, Abhishek,
I
can we
know.
shell it's like a CLI or just a scripting are we talking about?
Shell is CLI, but also when we combine lot of commands and put it in the file and run it, it behaves like a programming language.
Oh yes, yes.
So that is
Correct.
nothing but shell scripting. Sometimes we call it shell, sometimes we call it bash. So depending on which particular thing you are writing your like automation or script. But the important thing is why I'm emphasizing on Python always. Why I want you to start with shell but gradually move to Python. The important answer, I think, who answered it just now?
It's
What's your
me,
name? Uh,
Chakravarti.
Chakravarti has answered it very beautifully. So let's understand. Let me explain it to everyone. Okay. So tell me one thing. Uh, if I'm writing, I want to, I have a table. I have a table. This is the table. And I want to populate some dummy data. Let's suppose 100 rows of dummy data. And I have commands. Let's suppose this is my server. Let me bring it to my server here. I got a request from my team or from the development team that for testing purpose, they need some amount of data. They want to test some data. So for that purpose, they need 100 rows in a table. So let's suppose you don't know Python. So what is the easiest way to do it? Typically, if you are not aware of Python, what you will do?
Go with the shell.
Mhm,
Like simple command,
mhm,
select star from and
mhm,
insert into select star. We will insert one record,
mhm, mhm.
then insert into select star from, then it will keep on multiplying that
Multiplying.
twice.
Yes. So you are simply what you are doing, you are simply putting some kind of range or something and you are populating the records. But that
Yes.
record is not going to be the actual record. It is going to be some number. I have started the series from 1 to 100 and this 100, 1 to 100 value went to my table. Okay. This kind of automation we do, right, in the shell. But tell me one thing, if uh, you get some kind of binary or function or anything which is already present and you have to simply call it, that's all. Will it be useful for you rather than making it your own block from the beginning? Mean to say, rather than ordering food, rather than making the food in your own kitchen, you are simply ordering the fruit from Swiggy. Now, let me explain you what I am talking about here. Rather than I am writing all the code or I'm building it. Okay, let's suppose I am writing all these code to make the dummy data available in my table. I will simply call a function called Python faker. And this Python faker will come and it will populate the record. I have to simply call this Python faker in my script. Okay. So mean to say what Chakravarti has answered that in shell, we do not have lot of binaries available, lot of libraries available. But in Python, to, to achieve any task, I have lot of binaries, which I can simply go and get it from the internet. I have lot of binaries available. Let's suppose I want to create the dummy data. I can simply go to and I can call my Python faker um, package and I can generate n number of uh, dummy data. Let's suppose I want to go to a website Python scrapper scrapper. Let's suppose I have a requirement where I want to go and fetch some data from a website. How I'll do it in Shell? Anyone knows about that? I want to get I want to test whether google.com is working or not. Let's suppose this particular domain is responding or not. So I will simply do the ping right in shell.
Mhm.
But ping is, do you think ping is going to be the option only just to check the health? We can we have multiple other things, right? We will log into Google and check whether Google is up or not. We have to do so many things, right? Like that. So that's why whenever we have to do all these things, Python provides us lot of pre-built scripts, pre-built binaries, and we use them and we do our job easily. But in the shell, what happens? In the shell is like kitchen, where I have to go and buy everything, and I have to go and make my gas available, make my ingredients available, and then only what I will do, I will cook the food. But Python is like that, where I have lot of pre-built libraries are available. Libraries or packages are available, which I can simply call and I can get my job done. That's why Python is very, very, very popular language. Now, people might be thinking that how I can write Python script if I don't understand. Okay, so that part I will take care. I will teach you how you can write beautiful and effective Python scripts for your automation purposes. Okay, and 99% of the industry is using Python for the automation. Okay, I want to tell you one more thing, which I want everyone to explore today is there is a course called from the Google uh, automation with Python. Google has created a course which is very, very good course. And why Google has created? Because Google is automating its 99.9% tasks using Python. Nowadays, I think they have started using Golang also, because Golang is developed by them. But I want everyone to go and at least see this particular course. Okay. And this course is also available in Google Skill and also available in the Coursera. I highly recommend that everyone should go and see this course. Okay, because this course, the moment you will understand the course curriculum of this particular course, you will understand a lot of things. It gives you a lot of basic idea, and this much knowledge is enough for another 10 to 15 years. Okay, the kind of knowledge they have shared. Okay, a lot of my teachings are from this particular course. When I was understanding about it in 2010 or 11, I have learned most of my learning from these kind of courses from Google.
So we
Okay,
have to pay for it, right?
sorry.
Abhishek,
Mhm.
we have to pay, right, for this course?
Sorry, no need to pay. Just simply complete the course. I will not tell you to go and complete the entire course, but at least just learn it. Whatever they are teaching you, just learn it. Okay, basics is enough. Whatever basics you want to complete, it's enough. Okay, let's go to the main topic. That shell is the language where I am writing everything.
Abhishek,
Python in Mhm.
Abhishek, could you please share that link now?
Yes, I will. I
Exactly.
will share
Share
today.
in this chat
Yeah,
room. In
I
the
will
chat
share.
room.
I will share multiple things. So I'm just making a note in my notepad, and I will paste it once the class is over. Okay.
Right.
See, I could have simply tell you that like other trainers or other courses are telling that skip the language or code, but trust me, that time is gone. The more you understand these kind of languages, the more your profile is going to be strengthened or stronger again in the industry. Okay. Okay. So uh, now you must be confused, like we have talked about so many things. We have talked about tool, we have talked about the uh, these languages. Okay, what about Golang? Why I have mentioned Golang? I can simply put shell in Python. So Golang is another language which is getting popular day by day for automation purposes, and Golang initially developed by google google and which fixes and which provides lot of issues with Python. Okay, let's suppose Python, sometimes we have seen that Python is slow. So in certain scenarios, they have identified that Golang is very, very fast. Second thing, if you
One
are
more
work,
question.
Mhm.
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
no
The
problem, no
interruption.
problem. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You didn't mention about the Java. Java, is it popular enough in the market to
Mhm.
take this, one of the space at least? Python, Java, Golang.
See, yes. So what I am telling you, my teaching is going to be in the context of these areas only. I am not talking about the development of these. I'm only talking about the automation part of it. So when we are doing the automation, which languages we have to see? Java is basically backend server side language, which is more appropriate for writing the code or developing the logics. But here I'm using these languages just for the infrastructure automation. I'm taking these languages for your database or SRE, DBRE related stuff. So that's why I have not mentioned Java.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah. So uh, another thing is Golang is fast. It provides you a lot of concurrency. Okay. And also it is easy to write. Not now because we all are new, but it is very easy to write. With the help of AI, you can write a lot of Golang languages. Okay. Now, question arises here that being a DBA, what I should focus on, or being a beginner, what should I focus on when I am starting my develop automation learning journey? Okay, so the first thing I want everyone to focus is on basic Linux command. Sorry, right? Basic Linux command. I don't want you to start with some rocket science thing and all. Just simply start with the basic Linux command. Very, very basic Linux command. Cat, ls, touch, creating the dummy file, reading the text out of from your file. Let's suppose you have Postgre log. How to read the log and redirect it to a simple text file. All those things, very, very small. Start with very, very basic thing. Second thing, start writing small shell scripts, which I will show you in the session. Start writing very, very small script, like whether my server is up or not. Okay. Check whether my database server is up or not. Like that, small script, very, very small script. Don't start with the heavy script initially. Once you have a good confidence, let me put some timeline also. In 1 week, just only focus on Linux commands. Try to learn all the new commands, modern commands, whatever commands you can do. Take the next level is shell script. Start writing small script, or just try to read the things and all. Okay, which I will show you on the screen, and then gradually move yourself to Python. And for me, I don't know, like how many of you you will take this my suggestion little bit. You must be thinking we all are grown-ups and but why you're suggesting these kind of thing? I will simply say go and buy class 12th standard CBSE book for Python. Trust me, I have read many books, but when I see this book, I think everyone should read this book if you are starting with Python. Because the good thing about this book is it will treat you like a kid when it is teaching you. Okay. So this book is very, very much available everywhere. Even if you go to any shop, you will find this book. This book is having two part. One is main book and one is like practice book, the small practice book. So everyone, if you are serious about learning Python, I know we have AI available. We have different ways to write the Python, but if you understand the basics, it is always better. Okay. So try to get this book and just start with the beginning. It will make your Python learning very, very easy, very, very easy. Okay. So this book is also available in the market. You can simply buy this book. Okay. So now let's suppose how you will start with the Python. Okay. What are the important thing that you will do in the Python? Same thing. You just handle how to read the logs, how to check the status. If status is received, what to take the next action, what next action you can perform. Reading the files. Okay, reading the files. I will give you all the documentation around it, that what you have to learn, because I don't want you to become a Python developer, but I want to understand the Python only from the DevOps or database or SRE point of view. That's all. So our scope of learning is very limited in the Python. Okay, that I will explain you. Next thing, once you have at least understanding of shell scripting, for example, let's suppose you don't know Python, you know only shell script. What other thing you should understand? Okay, the first thing that I will encourage you to understand is Ansible. Okay, we'll talk about Ansible also in our session. Then you should focus on Jenkins. Third thing you should understand about AWS CLI commands. Fourth, you should understand about Terraform, which I am going to explain you in my further sessions. Okay, just start with these things. First, understand basic Linux command, write basic shell scripting. Python, if you want to skip it for some time, skip it, but I will highly recommend that after doing shell, do the Python immediately, so that your knowledge is the programming knowledge can be used in the Python side. Okay, next thing, once you are good with this Python, at least basics, I want you to learn very basic. I don't want you to learn everything about Python. No, that's not the expectation here. Very basic commands, how to start the Python script, how to run the Python script, how to check whether my Python script is running properly or not. I will teach you about AI ML related stuff also, how to generate it. Then Ansible, Jenkins, AWS CLI and Terraform. That's enough. As of now, that is more than enough. Okay, now uh, so uh, the thing is, once you are done with this, right, let's suppose you are good with this, what you have to do next. Okay, that I will discuss. Any questions so far? Anything which is bothering you before I go ahead? Anything? Anything which you want to talk about? Okay, so what we have understood so far, or what we have discussed so far, what is automation? Automation is series of the event started by either tool or program or combination of tool and program. And we are basically writing automation to achieve certain task. Okay, clear everyone? Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, Abhishek. Yes, yes.
Is this meaningful, whatever we are talking about here? Everyone?
Sure.
Everyone clear? Because if you are not clear here, my next topic or my next thing, you will not understand. Okay, so let's suppose you want to automate your backup. Let's understand that first, because that will be more relevant and you people will participate in this. Backup. How you can automate your backup? What are the common thing we can do? The first thing is, sorry.
Cron tab. Using shell script cron tab.
Yeah, let's suppose I have write a shell script and using cron tab, I have simply scheduled it. Okay, and cron tab is running and taking the backup. What is the other thing that we can do? We can simply write a Jenkins job. Okay, Jenkins job, and Jenkins job will go. It will start my shell script, and shell script will take the backup, right? Or I will write a Python script. Jenkins will start my Python script, and my Python script will go and take the backup, right? That's what will happen, right? In the um, very normal scenario, right?
Yes.
So my task or my job is going to be to make you aware that how to get all these things done. Okay. So let's start with very basic thing first. Let's understand the shell scripting part. Okay. Uh, First of all, let's suppose if in this server Postgre is running or not. How you will check if the Postgre is running or not?
PS, yeah.
Service.
Mhm,
Service we can check.
mhm,
Status.
So it have a log, checkpointer, background writer, and everything is running. So
mhm,
obviously it is Postgres is running.
mhm.
Yes.
Okay. So technically, we have one step where I have written ps minus ef grep post, and I am simply telling, okay, if I can, if I will get my postmaster process or my main process up and running, okay, which is my, can you see this? 1617 is my postmaster process. If my
Mhm.
postmaster process, which is my father process for all my child process, see this? This is the father of all the child process, right? This is the
Yeah.
father, and all these are my child process. So what I will do, I will simply say postgrep ps minus ef grep post, and also I will say please subside the output of my grep. Okay, because I don't want the output of grep also, and I want to see like this, and I will say excuse me, I say if you find this particular process, I can think like my database is up and running. Can this command is giving me clarity, right? If I'm getting the output, I'm getting my connection, sorry, my Postgre up and running. Can I consider that if I'm writing automation? I have simply executed one command, and this command is giving me clarity, right? Whether my database is up and running or not. What
But
is the
better,
other? Mhm.
better we can showcase the services is start or not. That will be better, right?
Yes, I'll come to that also. But uh, just getting the status is not enough. Sometimes if my database is hung, I will not get the better picture because my database is hung. It will simply say process is up. That's what it will give. Okay, but it will not tell me whether my database is healthy or it's not hung or something. So what is the next way? Postgre gives you a inbuilt package called PG is ready. Okay, so I can use that also inside my automation. So let me find where is PG is ready. So how to find that? Locate. So locate command is not installed. Let me install dnf install mlocate locate. Okay, so mlocate is done. So now we locate pg. Okay, so pg is ready is under this particular location. So let me go to Postgre. See, I'm not going to teach you the automation in normal way. I'm going to, I'm teaching you all these things so that you can uh, broaden your approach to get any automation done. Okay. My main idea is to make your thinking to the next level. Okay. Don't write basic automation. Try to make your automations so clever so that they can get the better outputs. Okay. So PG is ready. What it is telling everyone? If I run PG is ready, what it is telling? It's telling, right? Accepting connections 5432. So in case using PG is ready, if I want to create one very small automation, how I'll do it? First of all, uh, in the shell script, I have to write certain conditions. Okay. So I will say my automation name Postgre status check dot bash. Okay. Under that, I will simply write one script called. So whenever you are writing a bash script, the first line denotes that it is a bash script. So you have to simply write hash and explanatory sign slash bash slash bin slash bash. So it denotes that you are writing a bash script. And I'm simply running. Let me correct my script a bit. I'm simply running PG is ready. Okay. So under that, I'm simply going and writing one script. And then in this script, I'm simply calling my PG is ready. Okay. PG is ready. Someone joined, I think, just now. Oh, 1 second. Okay. So in my script, I'm simply calling my PG is ready. And once the PG is ready is giving me the output, I'm simply putting one condition. If the above command output is equal to 0, then Postgre is accepting the connection. Else, there's a if condition and there's a else condition. It means under the if condition, if this condition is matching, okay, then show me this command. In case if it is not matching, show me this particular command. Okay, so I have simply written this particular script, and in this script, I am just simply checking my Postgre database connection or database status. Okay, so what is the logic of this? So it is the first command is going to execute. Okay, and in once first command is executed, if my first command is going to be executed, I am going to get the 0 output, right? So 0 output is nothing but success. So if the my first command output is dollar question mark is going to check whether it is equal eq is nothing but equal to 0, then show that Postgre is accepting the connection. If this command is returning any other output, let's suppose if my database is down and PG is ready is responding me the other signal apart from 0, then it is going to say that Postgre is not accepting the connection. So now let's go and run this script. Okay. So before running the script, I will simply make it executable. Okay. And to run this script, what I can do, either I can write bash and my script name, or I can simply do dot slash and my script name. Whatever is fine, you can run it. So currently, what is that? what I got
Accepting
after
condition.
accepting
It's
the
running.
it's running. I can simply change my command to in this server. Now let's run it. What it is telling that Postgre is running in this server. Okay. So this is the first way we have checked. Okay. Let's suppose if Postgre is down. Let's suppose we will make the Postgre down. So what we'll do, stop. And now run the same script again. What response I'm getting? What response I'm getting?
Not running.
Not running. So let me correct, let me add some more value to my connection. Right? So what I did, I have simply very basic command. I have used very basic shell scripting command. I have simply used some if and else conditions. And I have just checked whether my Postgre is running or not. Simple condition, first command will execute. If this command output is equal to 0, mean to say success, it will show me that Postgre is running. If my command output is not equal to 0, any other value, that it will simply show me that Postgre is not running. Okay, easy, very simple, right? We made it
Yes.
using Postgre is ready. Like that, whenever you are writing automation, try to find the database related utilities. Try to find the database related commands. Okay, rather than writing your own solutions like this. This is my own solution, right? This was my own solution, right? To get the Postgre status, right? So always avoid these kind of lengthy and own commands because there are chances it will do some mistakes. Okay, so always do your own rather than writing your own steps to get the status. Try to find some kind of utilities. See here. So if I'm writing these kind of commands, what kind of automation I can write of it? Any idea? Any idea?
If Postgres is down, then it will
Mhm.
send the email notification to DBA
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
Postgres is not running on this particular server.
Mm.
So go and check.
So now let me write a script. Check Postgres dot bash. This time I have changed my approach. Now I am using the same ps minus ef grep option. Okay. So here what I am doing, ps minus ef grep Postgre. I'm gripping the process and using grep minus v grep. It's nothing but whatever output is going to come from my command or from my grep command, it will get ignored or it will get passed. Okay, so it will remove all the output of my grep and it will not show the output of my grep command. It will only show the output of this particular command. So if this particular command executes properly, then Postgre is running. If this above command is not executed properly, let's suppose I got the output as a other than 0, I will get the Postgre is not running. So now let's run this script. Can I run the script directly, which I have recently created?
No.
No,
No, right?
don't.
So I have to make it executable, right? So check Postgre. See what it says. But tell me which one was looking good, which one was which automation was better? If you have to choose between this and which one is better?
Second one.
TC underscore D is the
Best one, right? So that's
Yeah.
why I am telling you, try to find a utilities inside the Postgre and write your automation. Okay. So that is the more important thing that you have to understand. Whenever you are writing shell script, always write your shell script. Excuse me. Whenever you are writing your shell script, make sure your shell scripts are simple. Okay. I have seen people have a tendency to write very complex shell scripts. Okay. Same thing goes to Python. Whenever you are writing a Python script or thing, try to make it as simple as possible. Don't try to complicate the things. Okay. So that is the another thing which we have to understand. Okay. So are we clear till here, everyone? I have created a script and it is executing in this server. Everyone clear till here, at least with this example? Any question? Any question? Anything?
Abhishek, I have a silly question basically.
Uh-huh.
So you say the utility. How to get what are the utilities are there?
The best way is to do the Google or best way is to do the chat GPT. Okay.
Okay.
The best way. That's what I do normally. Okay. Rather than writing my own solution, try to find the utility related to that task which I'm trying to perform. Okay. Now, another important thing. So now I want to write a automation to understand what kind of error or issues I'm getting on my Postgre. So what is the best way to get the issues and problems? What is the best way? To see the log, right? To check my log, right? So for this kind of thing, you can simply write, first of all, you have to write command, which is grep minus I, and then you will find all the things like this, right? Error. Well, let's suppose error. I will take warnings or warning, fatal, FATAL, or fail. That's what is happens, right? And what I will say, what should I, should I put the log location directly like this? Or what should I put here?
You can
I have,
also put, but you're already in the directory, right?
yes. So the best way always try to use the full directory path. Like this. Okay. See this? I got the error warning, everything I have simply identified, right? I have these many errors. Tell me one thing, how I can get the count of each and every all these? How many errors, warning, fatal, fail is there? What next I should do? Simply do word count line wise. So when I do word count line wise, I will get the number. So how many errors are there? How many lines are there? 66,001. So first of all, what I did, I have created my logic clearly. I have created my logic clearly that I want to achieve this thing. Now I will simply write a script check log postgres dot bash. Under that same thing, what I will do, if I am defining a shell script, simply exclamatory sign, bin bash. What was my log path? Should I put my log path directly? So rather than putting the log path uh, directly, now let's introduce a new thing called variable. Okay, let me define a variable log dir equal to, and in the as it's a string, I will put double quotes. And what was my path which I have used? So I will take this particular as a value here. So let's take this as a so what it will do, log underscore dir. 1 minute, just give me a minute. Just a minute. Just give me 1 second. I have to give something to Amazon people. Just a minute. Okay, I'm back. So here, this is a log directory which I have defined. And what is the name I have given to my log directory? What is the name I have given?
Log.
Log dir. I can put any name also if I want. Let's suppose I don't want to call it log directory. Even I can call it some other name. Let's suppose test ABC, whatever I want, I can give it. So log dir, I have called it log dir, and simply here in my log dir, I will say grep minus I. What I will do, I will check whether it is capital or small or any order, and it will simply try to get the details like warning, failed or fail, and it will simply find it where my grep will run, where it will run. It will run on my. So yes, so whenever we are defining the variable in the Linux, first we have defined the variable. Now I am using the variable, so I will use $sign, and in the same case I will use pgdir and write. Now if I want to run this, I will simply go and give the privileges to check, and I will simply run it. Check log. I'm getting the output. I'm getting the output, right? I have simply executed my script, the script, and I'm getting all the logs. So this is nothing but what I did just now. What I did rather than
get the data from the log file only.
log files only, rather than putting and running the command again and again. I have automated it using some simple shell script. Okay. Are we clear till here? Whatever I did, I have created two shell scripts and I'm getting the my first shell script was checking the Postgres status. Second shell script was doing the log part, whether all the logs, whatever Postgres is creating, I am just filtering the log based on certain condition called whether it is a warning, failed, fatal error, or whatever I want to put. I have just simply did that. Is that clear? The very basic one so far? Everyone?
Yes.
Can we take 15-minute break and then I'll come back and discuss other topics? Is that fine?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's take 15-minute break and we'll be back and then I will take the next steps, next session for this particular class. Clock. Can we start? Everyone is back?
Yes, Abhishek.
So what we have seen so far, we are writing shell scripts. We are writing the different kind of ways to get the status of our system, right? So we have written some kind of script. Script was telling me the status of my Postgre. Script was telling me the log. In the same continuation, we will write certain script to achieve the tasks. For example, let's suppose backup task, restore task, and also let's suppose we want to achieve a certain deployment task. Deployment task. Okay. So when you are starting your journey or when you are in the process of learning, I will recommend you to limit your scope. Okay, that's why I'm specifically telling always when you are learning or when you are doing this practical, start your automation with status check of any process or any application. Okay, in our case, application will be database. Okay, always emphasize on logs because we are DBA, DBRE, DevOps, site reliability engineer databases, MLOps, or all the operation or infrastructure related thing we are performing. So we should be very, very proficient and we should be very good in reading the logs. Okay. So when we know how to read the logs, we can write the better automations. Okay. First thing. Second thing, always make your learning surrounded by task. Okay, let's suppose you want to take a backup task. Okay, so even if your backup is getting how your backup is getting automated with shell script, you want to check any specific deployment task, you want to create anything, okay, like that, you can write your automation on shell script or in the Python script. We'll talk about the Python script also. But tell me one thing, in the enterprise level, uh, is this sufficient that I have created my automation? Let's suppose my automation script is ready. Is this sufficient? Mean to say, let's do step by step. I have a problem. Problem A. To fix this problem, I have created a automation. This particular automation is fixing this particular issue, which is A. Do you think it is, and second thing, how we are executing this automation? How we are
Manually.
executing? Manually. So when I'm doing the execution manually, what does what does that mean? I have to
So
present in that time, right? to
Yeah.
trigger this particular automation? Do you think when my problem is occurring on 1000 servers, do you think I have to present 1000 times, or I have to log in into 1000 servers and execute this automation, which is practically possible? Or I have
No.
to hire at least 50 people, right? To execute at least, because whenever they are executing, it's just not the matter of execution. It is also matter of post execution status, right? Whether my execution executed properly or not, all those things I have to check, right? So in the enterprise grade systems, we are not executing our automations manually. We are using automatic tools. And here our main automation tools comes into the picture. The first one is who is going to execute my task is Jenkins, where what I'm doing, I'm simply going and defining my automation. I'm defining my automation in the Jenkins job in execute in in my job. Please mute yourself. So in your Jenkins job, you are going and defining all these automations. You are defining the automation parameters or the rules, and you are executing from the Jenkins. The moment this automation is going to trigger, automatically it will take place in 1000 servers. So that's why we need a tool like Jenkins. Every tool comes with in its own type and the way and everything. So tomorrow, when we will talk about, we are going to talk about three major concepts. Okay, the three major concepts before you come to the class, you read about three major concepts. The first concept is orchestrator or orchestration. The first concept is orchestration. So orchestration is a concept. So how many of you have seen orchestra? In India, we used to see the orchestra, right?
Mhm.
This is nothing but orchestra, right?
Yes.
Where this guy is coming and he is simply instructing everyone. And the way he is instructing, uh, all the actions are getting performed, right? Right. So let's suppose if this guy is Jenkins and this guy is database, this guy is network, this guy is storage, and this guy, let's suppose application. So what this guy is doing? This guy is instructing everyone, right? What to do next, right? This guy is simply instructing everyone that just execute this thing, execute that thing. So what is this very important thing that he is performing? What is the very important thing that he's performing? He got a script. Script is nothing but a predefined way where sequentially we are calling the steps or automation or the further nested automations. And once he's following the script, all these people are playing their part and we are hearing a beautiful music, right? Any of this, any of this person will not go sequentially, or will they, if they will not play their part properly, will you hear a very good music? Yes or no? Yes or no? No, right?
Yes.
Because somewhere we will see some kind of disturbance and which we will not like it. So in the same way, in the enterprise company, we have Jenkins who is orchestrating all my DevOps or all my automation related task which I want to handle it. Okay. Further in the automation, try to understand three important concepts. Three important concept, and please read about it tomorrow when you come. First part is implementation or provisioning. Implementation or provisioning. Second thing is configuration or configuration management. Very important. Third thing, combining the implementation and configuration and making a solution. Now you people might get confused. Provisioning is a different part and configuration management is different part. Yes. Can someone tell me the difference between provisioning and configuration? What is so important in that? Why we are talking about it? The important part is when we are writing our automation, sometimes our automation is doing the only installation. But as a my next step, I go and configure my Postgre SQL.config, right? We do that, right? After installing the Postgre, we go and touch our Postgre.conf also, right? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
So the first part is provisioning or installation or implementation. Second part is nothing but configuration or configuration management. Okay. And being a automator or being a automation writer or being a DBA or anyone like DevOps, SRE and all, sometimes in our automation, we are controlling both aspects of our automation. We are installing it and also managing our configuration. Okay. So for each and everything, there is a specific tool available in the market. And being a person or being a candidate who's learning about it should understand things very carefully. Let's suppose installation, what we can do, we can use shell script, Python script, AWS CLI scripts, Terraform, OpenTofu. All these things are nothing but we are doing installation or implementation of it. But who is managing the configuration or configuration part? The management is going to be done in some cases Ansible. Ansible is we can consider it in this particular example that it is going to manage my configuration management. Okay, sometimes it is going to take work as a both of the things, provisioning plus configuration management. Okay, so when you are writing your automations, you have to understand all these things. Okay, another very important thing when you are reading about automation or when you are writing about a good automation thing, the core concept comes in the picture is idempotency. How many of you know about idempotency? Anyone understand about that? What is idempotency? It's an interview question, that's why I'm asking. Let me put it here also. Anyone understand that? It's a very important concept. 99% of the time, what is idempotency? So tomorrow when you come to the class, please read about idempotency and come back. Because this is the 99% of the time I have seen people are not understanding these kind of concepts and they are making mistakes. When they are writing the automations, they are not considering these kind of small concept. And being an architect, being a person who is writing a automation effectively, they have to understand these kind of concepts also. So
Is it
how many
like
things? Mhm.
create once and execute many times?
Correct. So idempotency is a concept. Let's suppose how many of let's suppose I have went for a la carte, or I have went for my dinner. I went to a hotel where they are serving the food directly on my table, and there is no a la carte. Okay. So what is the first scenario? Let's suppose this is my table. On my table, I have a plate and I'm eating food. I got 3, 4 items to eat. Let's suppose I have 5 items to eat, and there is a guy who's the waiter who's serving me the food. First time he served me the food. Okay. Uh, and there is another waiter. Same kind of scenario. I have 5 items to eat. This is A table and this is B table. This guy who is non-idempotent system, whenever he will come, he will keep on adding the food on my table. Rather than understanding that my table already is, my plate is already filled with the food. If I execute him first time, he will go and serve the food. If I execute him another time, he will again go and serve the food. But if I will run a idempotent system or idempotent automation or anything, first it will go and check whether really this food is required or not. A person is still eating. Does he really need this table and food? Or sorry, the plate and food? First it will go and check. So he went here to he came to my table and he checked, okay, already my meal is ready, food is there. So he will not serve the food again. Why he will not serve the food again? Because he already identified that meal and food is ready. But this guy is non-idempotent system. What he will do? If I execute him third time, if I'll send him third time to my table, again he will serve me 5 items. If I send him third time, what he will do? He will go and check whether what things are required in my table. Do I need to install that package or not? That package is already present. If that package is already present, he will come back, simply say, boss, package is already present. I can't install in the system, or it is already there. But what this guy will do, it will go and again start the package installation. Yum install. Even though it is getting failed, he will try. And if I have 10 steps, he will make sure he will perform all the 10 steps again and again. So this is the importance of idempotent systems or idempotency. So let's suppose I have created an automation with idempotency. So, or the tool which I have used inside my automation, if they are idempotent, they always check the current status of my resources. If Postgre is already running on my server, and if my automation is idempotent enabled automation, it will go and check and say, boss, already Postgre is running. I will not install it. Okay. So what is the what are the example of it? Shell script, Python script versus Terraform. So these systems are non-idempotent system, and this is idempotent system, which check the current state of your resources, services, and then only it performs the installations. Ansible also is a idempotent. So whenever you are coming tomorrow, I don't want to run this session just because we are running it. I want your concepts to be very clear from the architecture point of view. Make sense, everyone? Is this clear? Whatever we are talking about here to everyone? Guys,
Yes, yes, Abhishek.
do you think it is meaningful, whatever we are doing?
Yes.
Because I have seen 99.9% whenever whenever I ask something related to automation, people are running away. Even in companies also, people are always get fear about automation. Yes or no? Raise your hand if you also get fear if someone tells you to automate. I want a very fair vote. Yes. See, be very honest. I know people are 99%. If I say, okay, go and do this automation, people get fear. Oh, boss, I have to automate. Oh, what I will do, how I'll do. If your basic concepts are clear like this, you know what is shell script, you know what is Python script, you know how this tool does all those things. It is quite easy for you to do, right? Today, at least you got some idea. Guys, please speak up. I want from here onwards in the automation section, I want everyone to speak. Otherwise, there is no point I am talking continuously. Everyone. Syed, Ashish, Kalyan, Hanumant, Shiv Kumar,
Yes,
Tarsh.
Yes, Abhishek.
yes,
Okay.
Abhishek.
So from here onwards, we are going to see the automation in this way, and we will understand tomorrow. I will tell you how I will teach you how to write Python script using the AI or ML tools like ChatGPT or Kimi or Claude we will use, and I'll show you. I will also show you how you can use VS Code and other thing to write your automation. Okay. You might get a lot of confusion here, or sometimes you might not get clarity. So please speak up. Please stop me in between. I don't bother about it. If you stop me also, I don't have any problem. Make sense, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So, what is the easiest language to automate? Which one is the easiest way to automate?
Python.
Which- Yes, Python is there, but before that, shell. Shell
Shell.
is the easiest
Yeah.
way to automate anything. Okay, and next is Python. I highly recommend everyone to start learning Python. It's a matter of 15 to 30 days. Trust me. To level 1, just to write some basic Python script, understanding and all those things are very easy. You can buy that book also. Okay. So let's meet tomorrow and we will take it to further. We will do, if time permits, we'll do the Jenkins part also. And I will show you all the automations in the screen. Okay. Make sense,
Yes,
everyone?
Abhishek. Thank you.
No problem.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Bye. Take care.